So I know you had to have seen it by now, but Xdefiant is this new game that's supposedly going to be a COD killer, and in all accounts, they're doing things right. The closed betas have been received very well, and even though this open beta has been buggy, Patty Aches and Mark have been very responsive on Twitter to say, hey, this is the purpose of this open beta, and they're making progress fixing these patches on the go. Like the first day, there was no friends list, like you couldn't play with your friends. By the end of the day, you were able to play with your friends. It's great, and I'm glad that they're doing this now. That way, when the full launch of the game happens, a lot of these bugs, a lot of these kinks are already worked out. But I wanted to go ahead and make a video of everything that you need to know before the full release of Xdefiant does come out. Because at launch, we're going to be getting a 90 tier battle pass. That's pretty standard, 90 tiers, 100 tiers, it is what it is. But that is pretty much the industry standard for when you're coming out with the game. You gotta have a battle pass. That way people have some type of progression in the game. That way they feel like they're earning something other than a standard progression system, which Xdefiant is gonna have. I mean, we've been asking for like standard progression systems in like Halo Infinite, and it took over a year for them to figure out how to actually get into the game. And at launch, Xdefiant is going to be having one. Now, one thing they won't have at launch that is going to be coming soon, no like exact date, is the search and destroy mode. And I can already say with my hands in the game, the respawn modes are fantastic, so I can't wait to get my hands on a little search. We are going to be getting 14 base maps. I believe Modern Warfare came out with like 12 base maps, and it was like a mixture of 6v6 and everything along those lines. So it's nice to see that we're going to have 14 maps. We're going to have 24 guns and 5 different factions. And these factions act like operators from like BO3, BO4 time frame. You kind of get this Overwatch, Val kind of vibe in the game. And I personally love it. I didn't know how I would like it because I kind of don't like, sometimes having like a special operator power. But as I've kind of gotten into gaming and experienced games with and without it, I kind of fuck with it now. And we're going to be getting 5 modes at launch as well. And what's nice is they already gave us a roadmap of saying, hey, this is what you should expect from us every season, which is slated to be about 3 months, which I think is perfect. It's like, I think each new season come with a season change IRL. So like when we get summer, spring, winter, fall, the game should evolve around that. And it looks like the X Defiant's pretty much following that. And every season we're going to be getting 3 new maps, 3 new weapons, a new faction, new modes, new events, and a new battle pass. And I just think this is, it's industry standard, but it's nice to see that, hey, they're saying this is the expectation and we're going to live up to it. Now, one thing that I did find that's pretty cool about this game is I'm not the biggest Ubisoft fan or like the Tom Clancy universe. I really don't know too much about it, but it's nice to see that every faction from this game is actually from a different universe within the Ubisoft software or the Ubisoft IP. So like you have Far Cry guys, you got Splinter Cell guys, you got Division guys, you got all over, and I find it super cool. And even in the practice range, like you have the little rabbit guys who gotta go like like the minions before the minions. Like it's cool to see that that is sprinkled throughout this universe, and I'm gonna be very interested to see how these seasons, what is the season story going to be? How is everything going to tie together? Because honestly, this game has me hooked. The I don't know if you guys could tell, but the gameplay in the background, I like using these SMGs. The movement in this game feels so damn good. And last night when we were done streaming, kick.com/Allrod, make sure you come hang out with your boy. I went over to play a little Call of Duty with not one of, the best mod in my channel and pretty much all of Kick. Her name is Bearland Horses, but we went to go over and play some COD. And going from X Defiant to COD, it's just so crazy that this version of Call of Duty ironically says it's the most advanced Call of Duty yet, but it feels like it's the most restrictive. And within Call of Duty, they really are putting all their eggs in one basket with the Warzone side of things and DMZ. They're really trying to focus on that and not too much on the multiplayer. And you can kind of like confirm this because if you look at any of the updates from Call of Duty, it's all Warzone based. There's like a major, like 70% is Warzone exclusive, and then the other 30% that is just all encompassing still affects Warzone. Multiplayer, you're getting your new maps, your new guns, and everything. Cool, cool, cool. But we all know that they're just getting the maps that straight like plucked from a POI from Mazra, Bondel, or wherever. And it's just super frustrating. It's super frustrating that Call of Duty and Halo set this precedence of like this is what a first person arena shooter should be, and both of them have lost their way. And I guess I could add this in this little video. I see this Halo thing circulating. I personally don't think that is there a way to announce that a Halo BR is coming. I think they're gonna hype this up way more, and I don't think that's going to be coming until next year, next 2024 fall, which is crazy to think about. I personally think this is just going to be an in-season event within Halo, where you're going to have like this new hazmat suit that's coming out, and it's going to be like a battle pass for that. And I know people are getting hyped, but don't fall for it. Everything on the Halo side right now feels like the meme where it's like everything is fire and the dog is sipping on his coffee, like everything is fine. That's what 343 and Halo Infinite feels like right now. But I wanted just to come back to Xdefiant. I really don't have big issues with the game. I'm loving everything that we get. I can't wait to see what the full game's going to be. What is the story going to be? How do the factions tie together from the different universes of the game? If I have any feedback of Mark, Aches, if you guys ever see this, I really don't have one feedback, because there's been a few times where I get into these gunfights, and you could see it pretty early on in this video, where sometimes the name and the health indicator doesn't appear above the enemy's head. So when you're trying to shoot and have a gunfight in the game, sometimes that indicator doesn't go over, like, you don't see it over their head, so it doesn't. The gunfight doesn't feel very responsive. I personally like seeing the little health bar and the indicator go down. It makes me feel like I like seeing that visual confirmation that my shots are being hit. They're landing and they're being registered. Because there's sometimes, you know, you're shooting somebody and you're like, did my bullets actually like hit or not? You could see in that little health bar, like if the bullet is registered, it will go down. If the bullet isn't registered, it's not moving. You know, so I personally like having the health indicator. But that's just me. If you guys are playing Xdefiant, hit me up. It's just Elrod21. Just add me up on Ubisoft. If you're not playing Xdefiant, get out from under the rock. Get out. Crawl out. Get on. Play. It's free. And it's a lot of fun. If you guys want to hang out with me, you guys are picking up the vibe that I'm putting down, please join me on kick.com/Elrod, ELLROD. If you want to know why they call me Elrod, just ask your mother. And if you like the show, hit the like and subscribe button. I'm out of here. Peace.
It's open to everybody now, right?
Oh. Oh my goodness, that was the most beautiful shield.
Stay right.
I'm staying right. I'm going. Oh shit! I need help. I need help. Oh no, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just better. Mid's dead. Mid's dead. Mid's dead. Oh, that's it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Dude, it's 1-1.
Woo. You also chuck nades so fucking hard. Hopefully still that.
No, you saved me is what you did. Boop. I also like that you can just go up and give somebody a little bop. Behind on the stage. Nice. Going back to B. Oh my, that's a weird one.
No!
Oh, let's go.
It does. It's like I'm not seeing him doing on it.
Oh my lord, we are streaking.